Have you been spending long hours in the gym without seeing any results? Well, I was, so I cut my gym time in half and got into the best shape of my life. And today I'm going to give you a workout that I give to my busy clients that takes less than an hour, and it's going to build you a shitload of muscle. It's a full body workout, and for the best results possible, I recommend repeating it 3 times per week. Now we're going to start off the workout with 2 sets of barbell back squats, and we're going to do these in the 5 to 8 rep range. Now before you lose your mind going, bro, 5 reps is too less, I'm not trying to be a powerlifter, I'm trying to build muscle, relax, bro. Here's the thing, the barbell back squat is one of the most taxing weight training exercises on your cardiovascular system, which just means that it gets you really tired. And it makes sense because you literally have weight on top of your shoulders that's actively trying to crush you down. And you're resisting the weight that's trying to crush you down using your legs and also the muscles in your back. So it's a very grueling exercise, which is why you can't do it for that many reps, because if you do 15 reps of a barbell back squat, your cardiovascular system is most likely going to give out before your muscles do. And we are not here to train endurance. We are here to build muscle, and that's it. And we can build muscle doing anywhere from 5 to 30 reps of any given exercise. But if you do 30 reps of the barbell back squat, you're going to feel like you're gonna die because it's so taxing on the cardiovascular system. Now for these, I want you to place the bar on top of your traps and breathe in and brace your core, which is pretty much your abs, before you go down into the squat, right? So it looks a little something like this. And I flex my tummy. Sorry, it looks funny, but I breathe in, and I've got my abs flexed at this point, and now I'm going to go down into the squat. And in terms of how low you want to go in the squat, you want to go as low as you can without feeling discomfort in your knees or your ankles. And if you have to reduce the weight to go deeper into the squat, then do it, because that's where most of the muscle growth is. So before you go down, breathe in, flex, go down into the squat as comfortably as you can, and then when you're about to come up, I want you to breathe out explosively. I don't want you to go, I want you to go. I'm going to show you an example of what this looks like.
I breathe in, and then I brace, and then go down into my squat as low as I comfortably can, and then come up whilst breathing out explosively.
Now we're going to counter set the barbell back squats with calf raises of any kind. You could do them on a leg press, or you could do them standing with with weight on top of your shoulders. It doesn't really matter how you do them, but I want you to counter set these. Now counter sets are a common theme in all of the workouts that I do and the ones that I give to my clients. So counter setting is where we take 2 muscle groups that have nothing to do with each other and we train them back to back with little to no rest. In this case, I'm going to counter set my calves with my glutes and my quads that are going to be targeted when I do barbell back squats. So for calf raises, the only thing I'd ask you to keep in mind is go down slowly and then go up quickly, and don't pause at the top of the movement when your calves are contracted. If you want to pause, then you want to pause at the bottom of the movement when your calves are stretched. So you go down slowly, you come up fast. You go down slowly, you come up fast. My hand is representing my foot right now. So you go down slowly and you come up fast, go down slowly, come up fast. That's your form for your calf raises. Now the next exercise that we're going to do is going to be the medium grip incline bench press. What you want to really keep in mind for this exercise is how far apart your hands are, because most people grip the bar for the bench press with their hands way too far apart. Now this can target the chest more, but since we're short on time, we don't just want to target the chest. We want to target the chest and the shoulders and the triceps, which is why I picked the incline bench press. Not only is it a better exercise for your chest, full stop, it also gives you more range of motion for your shoulders and your triceps, which makes it a killer movement for people who are short on time, because it targets 3 muscle groups and it targets them really well. Now you want to do the medium grip incline bench press in the 6 to 10 rep range, and you want to focus on obviously adding weight, but I'll tell you more about adding weight later in the video. But you want to do this in the 6 to 10 rep range for 3 sets. But for the form on these, what I want you to do is start by pinching your shoulder blades back and creating a slight arch in your back. What this is going to do is it's going to make sure that it's your chest doing the majority of the work and you don't get your shoulders injured, because if you don't have your back sort of arched and you don't have your chest sort of sticking out, then it's really easy to injure your shoulders on this exercise. And after you're in position, what I want you to do is lower the weight to your chest slowly, not too slow, but reasonably slow, and then push up explosively. That's your form for this exercise. Now we're going to superset this exercise with the underhand lat pull downs in the 8 to 12 rep range. This is one of my favorite, maybe even my number one favorite exercise for busy guys, because look, if you're a busy guy, most of the time you're going to wear a shirt, right? Maybe a polo shirt or a button up or something of that nature. This exercise is going to give you that wide frame that's going to make you look huge in shirts, right? So you want to make sure you focus on this exercise. And also, if you do this exercise right, not only will you grow your back, you also grow your biceps. So big arms, big back, you're looking good in shirts. Now what you want to make sure you're doing on this movement is no matter how hard it gets, I want you to let the weight go up slowly and let your elbows be fully extended at the top, and then pull the weight down to at least your chin, right? You can pull lower if your shoulders allow you to. For me, I only pull down to my chin because I want to spend more time in the position where my lats are stretched, since that's where most of the muscle growth is. But there's nothing wrong with pulling all the way down to your chest if you want to. Now, before I show you exactly how you can progress on all of these exercises, let's talk about the last exercise in our workout, and maybe even the most important exercise in our workout. Now, the last exercise that we're going to do is going to be the Egyptian lateral raise, and we're going to do this for 3 sets in a 12 to 15 rep range. For this exercise, you really want to make sure that you don't swing the weight up, otherwise the exercise becomes pretty much pointless. But a form cue that really helped me on this exercise was thinking about sweeping the weight up using my side delts. But if that doesn't help you just yet, then the very least you can do is think about raising the weight with your elbows instead of your hands. And that should help you feel your side delts a little bit more. In my opinion, this is the best exercise for your side delts, right? I would attribute most of my shoulder growth to this exercise. And I think if you've ever been in a shirt before, which I'm assuming you have, then you know how important your shoulders are to make you look fit. And this exercise is the best exercise to build your shoulders. Now, for this workout program to be effective, you need to make sure that you're doing 4 things. And I'm going to talk about the first one, which I've been hinting at from the beginning of the video, which is progression. For this workout program to work, you need to add weights and reps over time. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. First, let's start with reps. Now, this depends on what the rep range looks like for the exercise that you're doing. But say, for example, let's use the barbell back squat. Say you can do 135 pounds on the barbell back squat for 5 reps. Okay, the next time you do the barbell back squats, at the very least, your goal should be to do 135 for 6 reps. And if you can do it for 8 reps, that's amazing. That means that you're progressing really fast, which is exactly what we want. Now, what if you're doing 135 for 5 reps, but deep down you feel like you could do 145 for 5 reps? Sometimes this can work, and I've had many instances where adding reps was very difficult, but adding weight was not. So the only thing that I would say here would be to try in a safe environment. Try to have a safety rack where if you drop the weight, then it doesn't just crush you. It has like something to fall onto and you can fail safely. Now, in terms of adding weight, there's no maximum limit, obviously, but there's also no minimum requirement. If you can only add 2.5 pounds to each side of the bar every week, that's still progress. In fact, if you added 2.5 pounds to each side of the bar every week, then in a year's time, you would add 260 pounds to your squat. Now, realistically, you won't add that much, especially if you've been squatting for a little while before watching this video, but small increases in weight add up over time. Now, the second thing you're gonna have to do in order for this workout to work is that you're going to have to be consistent. I'm not gonna yammer on for hours about the importance of consistency because I'm sure you already know. This workout split is pretty simple. I mean, you could train for 1 day, take 2 days off, train for another day, take 2 days off, and then train again, which means that over the course of a week, you're spending less than 3 hours in the gym, or at most 3 hours in the gym. So all you've got to do is consistently show up to the gym 3 times per week and follow the plan. Now, usually what I would do for my clients is I'd give them a custom workout program, because following the same split 3 days of the week can get boring and it's not really optimal for results. But if you are super busy and you don't have time to do anything, then you can just take this workout split, repeat the same movements over and over again and get better at them, add weight, add reps, and you're gonna build a shitload of muscle. But again, adding weight, adding reps over time is going to require consistency. And newsflash, you're not gonna see any results if you're not consistent. One of the things that really helps keep me consistent is having people holding me accountable, whether it's a partner in the gym or my clients that I train inside of my school community, right? Those people helping them out with their training reminds me that I also need to keep training consistently. By the way, you can join my school community and start completely for free by clicking the link in the description or the top comment. It's very new and it's very small right now, so you get a lot of one-on-one time with me. Now, the third thing you need to make sure you're doing for this workout split to work is you're training with intensity. Now, for intensity, all you have to do is follow my rule of 3. So the rule of 3 just says that you cannot leave more than 3 reps in the tank for any exercise that you're doing. So for example, say on the medium grip incline bench press, right? If you can do 10 reps and that's as many reps as you can do, meaning even if you had a gun to your head, you couldn't do another rep, then if 10 is your maximum, then you shouldn't be doing any less than 7 reps. Again, something that really helps here is having a training partner hold you accountable. But if you don't have the luxury of a training partner, then I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell my clients, which is to record yourself when you're training in the gym, right? Set up your phone, prop it up against something. You don't need a tripod. There's no need to make it fancy, but just film yourself lifting. And after that, what I do for my clients is they send me clips of them lifting, and then I tell them whether, their form is wrong or whether they're training hard enough or whether they're, leaving too many reps in the tank. But for you, what you're going to have to do is look at footage of you training and assess, if I had a gun to my head, how many more reps could I have done? And if the answer is more than 3, then you need to start training harder and getting those extra reps in. Now, the fourth thing you need to make sure you're doing in order for this workout split to work is the fundamentals, right? So if you're following this workout program and your diet is made up of Johnny Walker and cigarettes, then don't expect to see any results, right? If you're following this workout program and you're sleeping 3 hours every night, then don't expect to see any results. Because you could have the best car in the world with the best engine, the best tires, the best body. But if there's no petrol or if there's no gas in it, then the car won't run. And that is how important nutrition and recovery is to what your body looks like. It's the petrol in your car. You cannot ignore your nutrition and you cannot ignore your recovery. If you want to see a few more common mistakes that busy men make when they're trying to build muscle, then you can watch this video where I help 3 men who are busy build more muscle. I'll see you in the next one.